What's up, guys? Welcome back to Champ and the Tramp. This episode is brought to you by Bubba Coos Burritos. Frank, how do you like Bubba Coos?
Bubba Coos is my go-to spot for lunch, sometimes dinner. You can't miss with Bubba Coos. My kids love it. Everybody in the family is down with Bubba Coos.
Check them out, Bubba Coos Burritos.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
Good.
It's been
pal.
a minute,
How are you?
just the
Just the two of us.
the duo,
You can make it if you tried.
the Tramp and the Tramp.
Jump in the Tramp? How did we come up with that name, by the way? Let's talk about that a little bit. You came up with the name. I think
Of course I did.
We had a couple because a bunch of people were making suggestions. I think there was a couple. I don't remember what they were. And then one day you're like, what about Champ and the Tramp? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I got kids. Do I really want to be called a tramp? And I'm like, am I really a tramp? I'm not. You're like, bro, it just sounds good. I was like, you know what? It does sound good. So that's.
And you fucking come on. You've been a
I
tramp
used
in
to
your
be.
day.
I used to be a little
tramp
bit.
in
A
your
little
day.
bit of a tramp. A little bit of a tramp back in the day.
So
But
you shake that ass for a couple dollars.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Did you name your kids? Any part of naming your kids?
Yeah, the Valor. My son's middle name Valor, which obviously means like honor. I picked Valor. We agreed on Grayson. We both like the name Grayson. I have to give my ex credit for Milani, which I like the name, but Milani in Hawaiian means heavenly flower. And my daughter got her name. I think I told this on air from Bethany Hamilton, the surfer. That's how she got her name. Is my ex and Bethany did a show together. It was a diving show, like a voting off diving show. They had to like dive off like a fucking big diving board or whatever. I don't think the show did tremendously well. It got a lot of views. But anyway, she was on that show with Bethany, and Bethany, of course, is from Hawaii. Bethany's mother was there one day with her because she was still pretty young at the time. And I think they're a pretty religious family. So Bethany's mother said, you know, Bethany Milani, let's sit down and say grace or whatever before we eat. And Jenny happened to be sitting there and said, oh, Milani, what does that name mean? And she said, in Hawaiian, it means heavenly flower.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Jenny typed it in her phone and like said, if we ever have a daughter, I think that's an amazing name. And I love the name. So yeah, that's how Milani got a name. She actually got to meet her years later. She was in Spring Lake Heights teaching a surf seminar. And we drove Milani up there. Milani was maybe like 2 years old at the time, but she got to meet her, so it was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
good
She's-
little feel-good story for you?
That lady's. That's the fact that she jumped back in that water is fucking wild,
Bro,
man.
crazy. Absolutely crazy, yeah. They say the odds of that, I don't know the actual numbers, but it's like, it's like 1,000,000 to 1. Like, I think you have a higher odds of being struck by lightning
Well,
than
getting
bitten by a
shark.
shark, yeah.
The more you go in the water, those odds go up, right?
I would think, yeah. But yeah, she never skipped a beat. I think she was only like 14 or 15 when it happened. She went right back in, yeah. Yep. So, yeah.
I named all my kids.
Really? Well,
And my dogs.
Francesco wasn't too hard.
Well, no, I just wanted to name him Frank.
You wanted all Italian names, right?
Well, I just wanted to name. I wanted to name him like Frank, Frankie. And then my wife's like, that gets confusing. It's annoying. Something like even for males.
Right.
I was like, all right. Well, I was named after my grandfather as Frank, and American name. His name's really Francesco. I was like, I'll name him after my grandfather's name was Francesco. And then Santino, Godfather, Sonny. Sonny. I whenever I always knew, and I thought for sure I was like, I'm gonna name him Santino. I'm gonna call him Sonny. And then when he was born, I just called him Tino.
That's a good name, yeah, Tino. He's always been Tino as long as I knew him.
Yeah, and then V. Yeah, I came up. Renee wanted something else. What did she want? Alana. But I was like, Valentina sounds better with the boys. So
I like Valentina better.
Yeah.
No, they're good. It's like good Italian American names,
I'm not worried about it. I mean, whatever. You got to pick a name.
So you're not like Junior or the third or nothing
Nope.
like that. I'm the third. I'm Roger.
The third, really?
Roger William Matthews the third.
Oh, that's what the 3 N's in the back of your neck is.
no.
Just in case they forget.
Yeah.
Put you in order.
No, my grandfather obviously was senior. My dad is junior, but everybody calls my dad Bill because his middle name is William. So I guess that's where Bill comes from.
Really?
Yeah, my dad is Roger Jr. And I was always growing up. I was always Little Roger, but my dad was always Bill. Nobody calls my dad
Little Roger. I like that.
Nobody calls my dad Bill. Nobody ever has.
Little Roger.
Little Roger.
But why did they call you Little Roger? Because you were tall?
Just because I was the littlest of the three, I was the little guy. So yeah.
Did you see your grandfather growing up often?
Yeah,
he lived by you.
Yep, he was right in the same town. My grandfather was awesome, man. I love my grandfather. He was like a man of very, very few words. My grandfather just hummed and sang everywhere he went. Just it was always singing about a bluebird or did he in the car, and he was just a man of few words, but very, very well respected. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, my grandfather was awesome. He would always tell a Christmas story at a Christmas party, the company Christmas party. He would always stand up and tell like a little short, funny story, and that'd be about the most you'd see him speak for the whole year. Really? He didn't talk a lot. Yeah.
My grandfather, on my mother's side, was 5 foot tall.
Really?
Fucking didn't speak English. He lived there in the 50s, and still didn't speak English.
Really?
Yeah.
But they were probably married how many years? That was a different time, man, for marriage and relationships.
I don't know how many years, but I know when they came over, my grandfather came over first, got established, then sent for my grandmother and my uncle.
Oh wow. I don't know how long my grandparents were married either, but I know it was 60 or 70 years or something. It was crazy. I mean, they died married, so. My grandfather died first. You ever witnessed a family member die, like of old age or something like that? You ever watched it?
My grandmother and my grandfather.
Saw it? You were there when it happened?
Like when they died,
when they
physically
took their last
died?
breath, yeah.
My grandfather, yeah. No, actually, no. I didn't. I didn't see the last breath. But we were there pretty much at the end.
I was there. I watched it, and I'm a little conflicted of how I feel about it. Like my dad, and I respect, my dad's like my best friend. I totally respect my dad, and I think my uncle and maybe some of my older cousins felt like the family needed to be there and rally around him in his,
around your grandfather.
He was home in hospice. He was failing. He was.
I just I don't know. Like when you go to these hospice situations, there's people there helping you out, helping you deal with it, and they always say like tell him he can go. They're holding on for you. Like. How the fuck do they know?
Yeah. No, we all knew my grandfather.
They just say shit to make you feel a little better.
I think
right?
So.
But maybe it does make you feel better.
Isn't that part of their job? Isn't that kind of what they're supposed to do? You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I again, I have mixed emotions about it because I should have been there, but like my grandfather was. I was telling you, he was such a prideful, respectful man, and to see him naked, laying there helpless, like in the fetal position, was like. I'd never seen my grandfather like that ever, and I don't know that he wanted to be seen like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, the same thing when my father passed.
Yeah.
The last, those last 3-4 days, I'm like, same thing. Like he's a prideful man, and I know he fucking wouldn't want that.
Yeah, that's all I could think of was this man who has lived a life of pride his whole life and always had integrity and tried to do the right thing is probably laying here. Totally embarrassed. I don't know how much wits he had about him, so maybe not, maybe he didn't have him. But I'm like, if he knew what was going on right now, he would be tremendously embarrassed, and he wouldn't want it. You know what I mean?
No,
but I don't think anybody was trying to do the wrong thing. I think everybody thought that probably more there for my grandmother than anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More so than him, I guess. So yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, it's never. I mean, when they're like, my grandfather was 90, my grandmother was 99. My father was tough, he's 63. Obviously that was tough. But when they're older, it's not easy either. But it's definitely a little better. At least they lived a fulfilled life. And,
never easy. Any family member is never easy. But at least that's how that's the circle of life. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to go. Right. You live to an older age and you pass away. I mean, that's how it's supposed to work. I mean, I couldn't imagine.
I'll miss you, Raj.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. These men and women, or I guess mostly women, that work in in pediatrics or work with children with cancer or something. I could never do that job ever.
I don't even like talking about it. I don't even like watching movies where kids die and stuff. I just don't.
Nope, I don't either. This is a movie. You remember when I dated the school teacher? I dated Melissa.
Yeah.
We watched this movie together.
She's my kid's kindergarten teacher.
Yeah, no. Me and Melissa still talk to this day. We're still close. We're still good friends. But I watched the movie at her house. I remember this has got to be fucking 15 years ago, but it was called My Sister's Keeper, and it was about two sisters.
Scary.
No, it was about two sisters. One had cancer, one was dying.
Oh gosh.
And the other sister was sort of neglected because they were, she was kind of, I guess, overshadowed by the sickness of her other sister. Anyway, long story short, the sister dies at the end, obviously, and I remember crying, bro. I was fucking crying. I don't think it's, I don't think it's even based on a fucking real
fake shit.
Yeah, I think it was probably fake, and I was crying. Yeah, I was definitely crying.
That's sweet.
Thanks, buddy. I got a soft side. You wouldn't know anything about that.
I know your soft side. No,
Here we go. Yeah, you have. Yes, you have.
I felt that soft side.
Yeah, man. Did I ever tell you? I don't know what we got on. Oh, I know. We were talking about you. You're gonna do a little comedy.
Yes.
And we were talking about that a little bit. Did I ever tell you about the time we prank called your dad?
No, refresh my memory.
So I don't know at the time. I have you in my phone now as just FE. It's easier because there's too many Franks in my phone. So I just have you in there now as FE. But I think I used to have Frank and Big Frank or Frankie and Big Frank or maybe whatever. Anyway, I got them mixed up. And there's this phone app that you can download that prank calls people. It's kind of, it says something.
Alcanelli or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it says something, and then it gives a space for you to answer, and then it says something again. This one was about somebody hitting you hit their car. Like you call the guy, like, yo, man, you hit my car today, and then they say something back, and then we called Big Frank by accident, me and the girl, thinking it was you, and the second he picks up, I obviously know it isn't you, it is Big Frank, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to hang up or whatever, so we just let it fucking play, bro. Your old man, your dad's got such a fucking temper on him. He's got to have high blood pressure. He has to have.
He's a maniac. I don't think he does because he doesn't hold on to nothing.
He gets it out.
But
anyway, it said, whatever it said, like, hey, pal, you ran into my car today or something like that. And he's like, what the fuck you talking about? You know what I mean? And then it said something again, and then he fucking goes off again, and then he just ends up, about the third line, he slammed the phone down. It was fucking a riot. I was a little scared. I was like, oh my God, don't ever say we called him. Because he would have thought I did it on purpose. I truly was an accident. But anyway, it was funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yep. So let's talk about your little comedy routine you got coming up here, man. Yeah. I'm proud of you. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I'm doing Adam Hunter.
Okay.
And it's going to be in Vegas, May 19th at the Stratosphere. I'm nervous.
That is something so far outside of not only my wheelhouse, I'm not doing it, but that would scare the shit out of me, but your wheelhouse. Like, that is something you've never done in your life. Mm-mm. I don't think Frankie Edgar is, anybody coincides you with comedy. No. But I also know you don't do anything half-assed, so I'm sure you're gonna try to nail this. So how you feeling?
I'm gonna nail it. I'm just gonna prepare the best I can.
How do you feel about it, man?
I don't know. I'm not like a creative dude.
Right.
I did talk to Adam, and he gave me some ideas, and I'm gonna follow up with him. So I'm definitely getting some help. I'm not going in this blind, but I do. Like, I cut on you, and we have a joke around. I'm definitely a jolly person, but I'm not like a comic, a comedian anyway.
Right.
But I feel like I don't take myself too seriously. So either way, I'm down to give it a shot.
No, that'll not taking yourself too serious will definitely help. Being able, maybe make a joke or two about yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely it's a lot of low hanging fruit for that one. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's at, where did you say it was?
It's going to be a Stratosphere.
Not televised or anything like that, right?
It's going to be on Fight Pass.
It will be.
Taped for Fight Pass.
Okay, cool. So I can watch it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. May 9th. So you got about a month to
prepare. I already got a little.
You want to rattle like one off for us and see what you got? No, you're not ready for it? Yeah, okay.
Bro.
All right, not ready for the big time?
Okay.
All right. You don't want to give us your intro or nothing? Just when you walk out and address the crowd? Nothing? Okay. All right. I feel you.
I got a whole section for you, though, buddy.
I'm sure you do, pal. I'm sure you do. It's going to be about TMZ and being gay. Those are the two things you're going to fucking talk about.
People don't know. They don't know. Actually, if they seen you, if you were there, they'd be like, yeah, okay, he's probably gay. Yeah. but since you're not going to be there.
Idiot. That's funny. How long are you going out for? Maybe I'll come out and support you. You going to be out there for a while?
I'm going to probably go 18 to 20.
Oh, you're going to be out a couple days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe. Let me check the kids' schedule. I think I think
Marky and Chris are coming.
Are they?
Going out, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Well, so
That'll
have a little
little cheer section.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. I don't know too many people that would sign up for that. Would you do that, Andrew?
What?
Is that in your wheelhouse? Do stand up and do like impromptu stand up comedy?
I never thought about it, but maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Look at that.
See,
You're
I'm
the only
fucking.
one with a fucking mangina.
No, I didn't say I wouldn't do it. I said it's fucking a little terrifying. To me.
Oh,
I didn't say I
everything's
wouldn't.
terrifying, dude. That's kind of what makes it exciting, though, honestly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No.
When
for
do you
sure.
get terrified now? Do you get terrified? When are you the most terrified as of
Well, I
late?
think there's two different things.
No one's ever really
There's
terrified.
like
you know.
fear and there's anxiety. A lot of things give me anxiety, but
Oh,
fear.
God. Let's
fear-
hear. I want to hear what gives you anxiety first.
Fear. Well,
I want to hear what gives you anxiety. You say a lot of things. Like what?
just being the center of attention sometimes, I guess, gives me anxiety. Yeah.
I know, I'm knocking you. I'm not really
Yeah,
knocking
yeah.
you. But,
But
that gives you anxiety a little bit? Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
but it's
people are
ju-
staring at you. You're the middle guy. Yeah, I get you. I get that.
Typically, like if I had to give a speech, that would give me anxiety. I would
okay,
get
yeah.
anxiety
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
And then
I guess you call
if
it.
I can get
but, like,
past,
that's anxiety, though.
it takes my breath away.
Isn't
If
that
I can
just
get
like-
past the first 30 seconds, then I kind of like eat and I start rolling. But it's that initial getting it
But
going.
that's
you
the
know what I mean?
problem. Like you call that anxiety, and we associate that with something bad. Is that something bad, though?
No,
That
I don't think it
feeling?
is.
I don't know.
I just think it's accentuated to me. I profusely sweat. I fucking my voice, crackles.
You fart.
I can't. I lose. But then, but I don't. I really don't steer away from it. Like anytime I've had to publicly speak, I've done it. I've never nope, not doing it. But yeah. I mean that fear. I don't know. Fear, I think fear is a little something different. Like I'm fucking terrified of heights.
Okay,
You took me up to the Empire State Building and told me just to walk. If you just said walk up to the window and put your forehead on the window, I'd scare the shit out of me. I don't like heights, bro. That's a fear.
I'm not
That's an actual fear.
I'm not good at heights either. I don't think. I try to act like I'm not. Like I'm good, but I'm not good. Well, I went hiking. Like I was bugged out with my kids. Like, yo, get over here. Like, it just bugs me out.
Same thing. I did the
Probably
same.
because my kids more
I took
so.
my kids to Bear Mountain and they got too close to the edge, and I was like fucking getting mad. I was like, don't fucking do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's no second chances with that one.
But I can go up in a plane and jump out. It's weird, you know what I mean? I can go skydiving, but I don't. I got a parachute on my back. It's different. I'm gonna live. If I fall off a fucking mountain, I'm gonna die. You know what I mean? There's a difference.
Well, if that parachute opens.
Wow, that's a freak accident. That's I'm like a numbers guy. You know what I mean? The odds of that happening are like so nil.
You're a numbers guy. Your numbers are pretty high with that shoot. Might fucking pop a stitch with your big ass. You know?
No, the weight limit is 250.
So what do you?
I'm a little over right now. I'm probably like 252, 253. But last time I skydove, I was like 247.
Like that's like cutting it close.
And they won't let you go if you're 1 pound over, bro.
That's kind of
Won't let you go. I remember the one guy we went with that drove all the way down there. My old roommate, my good friend April.
How they weigh you? Like,
her husband. They put you on like a digital scale right there when you go sign up.
And your drawers, like am I weighing away from
No, you
for a
could
match?
you could strip down to your drawers if you wanted to.
Oh.
The one lady said we had a guy. So my buddy Mike, my good friend April's husband, came down with us. She bought it for him for his birthday, right, to go jump. He was all pumped, and we thought we were about to say he's a little shorter but a little bigger. We thought he was like, "What do you weigh?" I was like 250. He's like, "I weigh 250." I got up there, I was like 247. He steps on it after he was like 255, 256 or something. He took a sweat. He might have been like 255, as comfortable as he was stripping down. As far as maybe he got down to like a t-shirt and shorts,
right.
and he wasn't going to get any more naked. And then one lady says, "Oh, we had a guy come in here one time that was that same weight, or 254 or 255, and he put a garbage bag on and he ran around the parking lot because it was a hot day." Mike's like, "Yo, fuck that! I ain't doing that shit. I'm not fucking." So we just sat around all day. We went skydiving. It sucked.
But you went skydiving.
I went skydiving, and he actually had already watched. You know, you got to watch the tape for like an hour or 45 minutes or whatever. He actually did that before he weighed in. He was he was annoyed, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, he was really fucking annoyed.
I wonder. I guess that's the rule. But 1 pound, really, there's that much of a difference.
They will not let you go. It's a like insurance thing. Insurance makes them weigh you, and I'm sure there's cameras everywhere. God forbid anything happen and you weighed in 2 pounds over and you crashed to the ground for whatever reason, even if it didn't have to do with weight. The insurance is going to want to see all the tape and and there's cameras in that hangar everywhere, so they're going to see that you were overweight, and it'll probably cancel whatever insurance they had if they're letting people go overweight.
They measure you after you splat down.
Yeah, Jesus. That would suck as a death. What would be your most terrifying way? I think for me it would be either fire to die. Your most terrifying way to die. Either fire or being eaten alive by something like a fucking shark or a fucking bear or something. That's got to be the most too hard. I wouldn't want to burn up, drowning. I mean, there's no good way to die, but maybe I might drown. I might take drowning over either one of those two. Or
that's a panic one, bro.
Drowning sucks, but
they say
it's clean. At least it's clean.
They say when they
fucking something
you take
your
that
eyeball.
when you eventually take that breath in, it's like peaceful.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, but it makes sense. What would you imagine being the most terrifying way to die?
Yeah, probably getting eaten by something. Definitely.
It's gotta suck, man. We're supposed to be the top of the food chain, and to look something else in the eye that's consuming you as food, it's gotta fucking suck.
What if it was me consuming you?
Listen, if we are on a plane and we crash in the Andes Mountains, and there's a bunch of, I'm probably gonna go first because I'm a pretty big guy. I'm probably gonna be the one with fucking the most ass meat. You guys are like, cut him up.
Let's get him.
You know.
Fucking quarter hind.
That was a real story, man. You saw that.
Yeah.
What was it called? Alive. Yeah. It was a rugby team or a soccer team.
I don't know.
One or the other, but
soccer.
I think they ate the dead first, right?
Well, yeah, they didn't eat alive people.
No, I think
they ate the dead first.
No, but I think that
people are alive.
But there were people that were alive and died of their injuries. I think they ate them, right? After they were dead.
Yeah, they were dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they were like?
Well,
they were like, yo,
can you?
Jeff's about to go.
Yeah.
He looks fucking pretty good right now.
Can you imagine though, like talking to somebody and be like, yeah, like you, like Jeff, man, you're gonna pull through this. Come on, man. Just need you to hang in there. And then 2 days later, you're fucking cutting bacon strips off his ass.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Sorry, Jeff. Thanks for this nutrition.
That's fucking crazy. Crazy. So, yeah, man. Sometimes we steer away from fucking what's going on in the world just because people get annoyed. But what's going on in Disney right now? How crazy is that? With fucking
this guy wants to speak about old news. But let's go. Let's bang it out.
Not that old, bro. It just got voted on, right? The bill just passed.
No, like
how long
a week
ago?
About a week.
Was
ago.
it a week ago?
Last week. Yeah. It's all right. Hey, it's all right. Well,
last week it's Tuesday, bro.
We'll bring you up to speed, you boomer. Come on.
Tuesday.
Anyway,
DeSantis essentially stripped them of their. They basically
that tax exemption law. They were governing.
They
themselves,
governed themselves,
right?
Right.
Even police laws too. You
well,
think, or was that only like
no? I believe
tax
that.
Laws?
I believe that's what umbrellaed them because they ran it as its own entity, its own like little country almost. So they had their own police force. They had their own.
Wow.
So now that's stripped, they're going to have to be covered by the state of Florida. Now you have to pay in the system. I think that's how it works, right?
Yeah, maybe that doesn't make sense. But I know that they have to pay the taxes. That's
right.
what they're.
They didn't pay before because they had their own
since the '67, right?
50 years they've had that.
Right. So I don't know if taxes would have been as much as they are right now, but they're saying $200 million a year. Mm-hmm. That's still nothing to Disney.
To Disney, that is.
But their fucking Disney stock's going down, man.
People do not want fucking entities or teachers or the school system teaching
Mickey
their
Mouse,
fucking
Minnie
kids
Mouse.
about sexuality. People don't fucking want it.
I know.
Why is that the abnormal thing? That should be the normal thing. It should not be abnormal.
It's crazy. Like I feel like I'm missing something. Cause like I don't understand these people's like why they're pushing back so much on this. Like what benefit do they see this having for everyone?
The only thing that I can see or make of it is that they're being indoctrinated by bigger powers like the teachers union and things like that understand
indoctrinated or
that understand
indoctrinated means like they start believing this shit, but or are they just being forced?
I don't the teachers I know are being forced, but the teachers that are really driving this narrative, I don't think they're forced. I think that they're being told that should be an agenda that they should be addressing, and it is not.
Yeah, but I mean, like Disney and everybody.
I think it comes down to controlling people. They want people controllable, and the more they can control people, the weaker they are, and the more power government.
Well, how about though that in Disney they will come out against this bill because they say it's harmful for gay kids and trans kids and this and that, but yet. For movies in China, they write gay characters out of their movies for the Chinese audience.
Right?
How does this same company do both of the things the same?
I don't know.
No sense.
It doesn't unless China sees their country as a power structure and wants our country to be weak. You can topple a weak country easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just saying. What is Disney's excuse there?
Disney's
They're literally
basically
polar opposite things.
Owned by China, no?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe then I can see what you're saying.
You see,
yeah,
they want us weak, and they want to be a power structure.
Right. Yeah.
So,
well, that's why like TikTok. You know the algorithms here in TikTok are all about, like, in America are all like doing dumb dances and dumb shit. The algorithms in China are all about accomplishments and in science and math.
So you would disagree with what I said?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Does it kind of make sense?
I just pretty much gave you a
thank you, sir.
A bullet point for what you said.
Thank you.
Okay, we're a team, pal. We're a team.
Well, I think the thing that government fears the most is strong, independent people, and that really, in today's day and age, comes. I'll take this out of Ian Smith's mouth. You know, if you lived off grid, didn't rely on the government, you raised your own food, could independently take care of yourself, and didn't need anything from big government, those are the people they would fear the most. They don't want
how
that.
hard, and who the fuck wants to do that?
That's incredibly hard.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to do it. I didn't say I want to do it. I said those are the people they fear the most.
I know, but and I get why there are people people can't do that.
There
is comfort in. I don't want to say that, but I guess there is comfort in being where we're at a little bit. And that's what they want to make us.
Amazon,
that's what
Amazon's a good example of it. I'm not a huge fan of Amazon, but you know how fucking easy it is to go click and that shit to be at my house.
I'm not saying the government. That's what they want us to depend upon them so much.
Oh, of course.
Right? Like, because without them, then we don't need them.
And government grows and grows and grows and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And most reasonable people are against big government. I mean, it's just big government's not a good thing. It doesn't conflate with what our forefathers wanted. You know what I mean? They wanted we the people to be in charge and rule. You know?
Dude, I heard on the Rogan podcast. But did you ever see Wild Country? Wild Country?
What is it about? I think I did. What is it about?
With the guy Osho, he like takes a whole town over.
No, maybe not.
And like it's like a cult. He's like an Indian cult.
No, I don't think I did see it.
You never seen this? He's like, you gotta watch it. Wild Country.
Okay.
It's like in Oregon in like the 70s, 80s. He takes over like a town, and of like these, they're like, I don't know, yogis. And anyway, it's a fucking cult. He ends up fucking all everyone, you know. But one of the things, he's like,
wait, he's the one that at the end he flew out on the private jet and he didn't have enough gas to make it to whatever foreign country he had to land somewhere, and that's how they got him. He was a yogi.
No, that's different. That's Bikram. That's the Bikram.
Was Bikram? Okay,
yeah, it's Bikram. This guy's did yoga here too, but this is Osho, I think. Osho is his name. But anyway, he was like, for the people, by the people. The problem is the people are retarded. For retarded, by retarded. Fucking dying.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to agree more and more with that. With half the country, at least. It's crazy, man.
You should watch that documentary. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, no, I should.
Pretty wild. No, wild. It's called Wild Country.
I've heard of it. I thought I saw it, but I don't think I have. But you're saying that was Bikram? That
Bikram is the yoga guy.
Yeah, okay. He ran like he
had a
bought
cult too.
Like a ton of acreage out west somewhere and formed like a community because he got kicked out of somewhere else. Right? Yeah. And then he tried to leave the country. And
1 ounce of my sperm. Yeah. 1 ounce of my sperm is worth $1 million.
Yeah. Fucking nuts.
Yeah, that's always how they go though.
If you washed a load of my laundry of socks, it'd be worth about $12 trillion.
They like all stiff and shit.
Yeah.
They just stand up like upright.
Just thrown on the floor, stuck on the wall.
So how about Twitter is now owned by Elon Musk?
And don't most of us like-minded individuals think that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, but I see so many people mad at this.
Coming back.
Are they? Now, what are they mad at? Are they mad at? Because now they're saying, freedom of speech is at risk. They're trying to say,
how?
Right? Which I don't get that.
At risk? How could it be at more risk than it was before?
Or they're mad that hate speech is going to come back or come around.
There's no such thing as hate speech.
I know.
Doesn't exist. It's only speech.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Well, whatever. Just
But no, you hesitated on that. Go ahead, finish.
No, I seen someone.
You think somebody should be jailed?
No.
For anything they say.
I just think, like, say someone's trying to promote pedophilia and shit like that.
There's laws against pedophilia, Frankie. There's laws against it.
Okay, that's fair.
There's laws against pedophilia.
So stuff that's illegal.
The only thing that is illegal that I agree with.
So then what is that speech then?
The only thing I agree with that is legal, the only thing with freedom of speech, and I'm saying this about myself, anybody should be allowed to call me anything they want, anything, and I'm okay with it because that's freedom of speech. The one thing that I believe is on the books, I don't know exactly how it's worded, is you can't yell fire in a crowded building, which makes sense. Obviously, that would cause. So I would agree with that limitation on freedom of speech. With the exception of that, there is none. Because once you go down that slippery slope.
And that's what I say. Say a Twitter account starts, and now everybody, especially if they make everybody can't be non-anonymous. But I don't know if that's good either. There's good and bad about that, right? I think some people do need to remain anonymous, right? For maybe their own safety or whatever.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be on there if you needed your own safety. You shouldn't be on there at all.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not. I don't need to be honest. But anyway, I'm sure there are situations where someone maybe, if you look into it like that.
I don't think anybody needs to be on there. It's not a necessity. If you want to be on there, I mean, I don't have any problem with people being anonymous. So I didn't hear that. That's fine by me. But I'm just saying, if you want to be on there, you
but say
it's
someone
not a
say
necessity.
you're not. Say everyone has to be verified, right? Mm-hmm. Like you start saying some pedophile shit about pedophiles, people are gonna probably shun you anyway, right? You're saying kind of takes care of itself.
Shit about pedophiles,
like promoting pedophilia.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna. It's first of all, there would be self-policing, obviously, because even in prison, you're the most hated individual if you do that. And I'm sure there are laws against. I'm sure you get at the very least investigated if you're talking about doing sexual shit to underage kids. You'll have a visit from somebody. Yeah. I'm sure. So I believe that all speech, with the exception of yelling fire in a crowded building,
or saying I'm going to kill someone, threatening someone, right? I mean that's
but you can be questioned for that.
Right. It's against the law. So shit that's already against the law is against the law.
Right. Correct.
I got what you're saying. All right. I'm down with that.
I'm saying that if I tell somebody you must refer to me as something, that's a crock of shit. You know what I mean? And it goes so much further than that. But I support anybody's right to call me whatever they want, or even listen, bro. People get on, and I screenshot it. It's way back. I have to find it. But on numerous occasions, people have got on Instagram and called my kid a retard. You know what I mean? Like that. It's a horrendous, horrible thing. Obviously, because it's personal to me.
Right.
But I defend his right to say it all day long. I defend that person's right. I don't think that guy should face any repercussions from the law whatsoever.
From the law.
He's a fucking asshole. If he was in my vicinity, I'd smoke the clown. But speaking of that, I almost got into a fight on Sunday. We went for a ride on Sunday. I was a little hungover because we went out Saturday night. Got up early. My buddy had this ride plan that he wanted to get up like super early, but I think we got up at I got up at 7, took a shower, so I got like 3 hours of sleep. But we were on the bike at like 9 o'clock, and we had like an hour ride to go meet him. He's out west somewhere. I forget what town he's in, but he gave me the address to the Wawa we were meeting at, right? So we're driving out there. I got the girl on back, and I'm hungover, so we're definitely not ripping. We had an hour to get there, and it was an hour away, so we weren't ripping. And, I was on Route 70. You know how Route 70 can travel out west. So I did pass a few cars, but nothing crazy. But then we get into this little town. I fucking can't think of the name of the town. But it's a 35-mile-an-hour zone, and it's just 2 lanes, 1 lane this way, 1 lane this way. And I'm behind this Jeep. There's a Jeep in front of me. It was like a couple in there. There was a woman driving, I guess the husband or the boyfriend on the passenger side or whatever. They had fishing poles and a cooler in the back and shit. And it's 35, and they're doing like 35, right on the fucking dot, right? And I'm not riding their ass or anything because I had time to get there. I wasn't really in that much of a hurry. So it turns into 2 lanes now. Now it splits, and now it's 2 lanes. So I just go around them. You know what I mean? Now I'm not even passing on a dotted yellow or anything. It's a whole nother lane I got. Right. So I go around them. Go about another half mile, whatever, and I'm coming up on a stoplight at a 4-way intersection. It's 4 ways. Now, the direction I'm traveling, there's a right-hand turn lane with a right-hand arrow. There's a center straight arrow, and then there's a left-hand lane with a left-hand arrow, right? Well, as I'm almost to the light, I'm just before it, there was a black car, in the right-hand turn lane. Well, he decided, I guess, that he wanted to go straight. So as I'm coming up, he comes over and cuts me off like this. And I got a little annoyed, and I started to say, like, oh, what the fuck, or whatever, because he literally almost turned into us. And then I look, and it's like an 80-year-old man. So I heard Danielle go, it's an old man. I was like, okay. So I didn't make a big deal of it. I just, like, walked my bike around him, and he's like this, and I said, no, it's okay. Yeah. As I pulled up, and I remember I just shook my head, that's all. But I didn't make a big deal of it. I didn't yell at him. I never said a word, right? And he's still trying. He's still got another whole lane to go across. So I just got ahead of him. I'm like, this guy's going to hit me if I stay behind him. So as I'm up and I'm waiting for this light, then that fucking Jeep pulls up in the right-hand turn lane. And I just, I'm looking ahead, and I just look over, and I see the woman staring, and the man on the passenger side goes, fuck you, like this, and sticking his feet, like leaning across his wife, so it's right in the window. So, of course, I'm like, fuck you. And then he bugs, bro. He's like, come on, motherfucker, come on. I see him reaching at the door to open the door and shit. So I'm like, all right, I was hungover. I was not in the fucking mood or whatever. I didn't think this through, clearly, obviously. I got a little mad. And I said, let's go, motherfucker. So I go to put my kickstand down. And with any kickstand on any bike, if you don't have it all the way forward, it doesn't lock. It folds
back in, yeah.
It folds back in. I didn't have that thing all the way down. So as I get off and kick my leg over, I kind of forgot Danielle was even on the back. I kind of like knock her off the back. She was getting off anyway, but I kind of whacked her with my leg, and then the bike tips over. Now it's a road glide, and it has crash bars on it, so it literally just goes like it doesn't fall all the way over, but it's still 800 pounds, and I got to pick it back up. So I'm looking at this guy while I'm picking the bike up. I'm fucking picking the bike. I get on the kickstand, and he's still losing his fucking mind. Now he's ripping his shirt off in the car, in the Jeep, ripping his shirt off, saying, "Come on, motherfucker, let's go!" And the woman screaming and shit. And I'm in my head, I'm like, I didn't do anything to this guy. I remember passing him, and I definitely didn't pass him aggressively. And in my head, I'm like, I wonder if he thought I was giving this old man a hard time or something, which I wasn't at all. So I don't know. He just seemed like he was having a bad day and being a douche, and it was just a bad day to fucking flip me off. So now I get the bike back up, and the light turns green. So I'm looking at him like, what do you want to do, motherfucker? And he's like, follow me over here. I'll pull over, follow me over here. Bro, I jump right behind him. I follow him. He just keeps going. I'm pointing I'm like, right here, fucking pull him right here. And he just keeps driving. So we were now going the opposite way from the way we were going. So I had to turn around and go back. But yeah, so it didn't happen. But he fucking ripped his shirt off inside.
He looked like a big guy.
He looked like my age, maybe a little younger. No, I mean he wasn't like fucking, some big jack dude, but I was wearing a hoodie and a big riding jacket over it and shit. He couldn't tell how big I was, really. I mean, maybe height-wise, but so I don't know. I don't know if he was a big guy, little guy, what. He never got out. I couldn't tell, but I wouldn't say.
He gets out. How would it went down?
The mood I was in, bro, I was just.
What's your go-to? What's your go-to?
I wouldn't have opened his door because I think then I'm obviously at fault. I was just going to walk around. If the bike had stayed up, my plan was to walk around. He was going to get out, come at me aggressively, and I was just going to fucking right-hand this dude with everything I had in the face and then get on top of him and do a little ground and pound right there in the grass next to his wife. And then be like, this is your fucking man right here.
Ground and pound you do in the gym or ground and pound you do with your friend?
Here we go. So, yeah. It was probably, in hindsight, thinking it through, it was probably good it didn't happen because I probably would have caught a charge. Probably would have caught a charge out of it.
Definitely good it didn't happen.
Yeah, but I didn't start shit. I didn't do. I legitimately, I would admit it. I would if I was like, I kind of run around like an asshole. I didn't at all. It was two lanes going the same way, and as soon as it opened up and they went right, I just went left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Went around them. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Not bad.
Maybe God,
get your blood boiling.
Yeah, maybe God was watching over me and was like,
you don't need that in your life.
Yeah, don't
not
let
at your
that
age. Not at your age.
But anyway, so we met up with a bunch of guys. Met up with my buddy John out of New York. John. You
got fucking friends to say their name twice,
bro. He's the fucking man. John. You've heard of the Wheelie Boys out of New York. John was like the man from the Wheelie Boys back in the day. I mean, back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, they killed it. But anyway, met up with him. Now we're all riding Harleys. We're all older guys now, all riding Harleys. But we rode all the way to Maryland. We did like 300 miles that day, 300 plus miles to this place called Lee's Landing. And rode out there with like all his New York guys, all heavy accent, Brooklyn, Staten Island dudes or whatever. And we get out there and they're all champing the Tramp fans, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they were all like, dude, I love your show, bro. We listen all the time.
Love it.
It was my peoples.
Oh, yeah. So, you guys like rub beards and shit?
Rub beards together. We all got matching tattoos, Champ and the Tramp tattoos. Yeah, good dudes. So
nice.
Yeah, I'll definitely ride with those guys again for sure, man. We got a ride coming up. Actually, I got the kid, so I can't. But next time I'm kid free, I'll go on a ride with them.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You think your riding days are done?
They might be done, bro. Might be done. At least for the time being.
You used to use the excuse, I'm in training camp, I don't want to get hurt. Obviously, the famous Frank Mir story. Everybody knows Frank Mir was fucking almost lost a leg in a motorcycle accident. But you used to use that as an excuse. You don't have a fight camp coming up. I mean, maybe eventually you will.
You know,
but
Mike
don't.
Tyson, when he remember the whole, he was on Rogan's podcast. Remember the whole, it's spinal in the ring. You never heard that?
No, I don't remember that. No.
He's like, my back.
Oh
is
yes,
broken.
yes.
It's spinal.
I do remember
right?
that.
Remember
Yes,
that?
yes. I
Well,
do.
that was from a motorcycle.
Oh, I didn't
accident.
know that.
And he's like, I had to fight. I had to fight, man.
I didn't know that. Like not crotch, but like street bike, not dirt bike, nothing like that. Like street bike.
I'm pretty sure.
No shit. Well, I didn't even know he rode. I do remember that comment though. It's spinal.
It's spinal. I broke my back.
Tyson Fury just had another win.
He did.
Good.
Yeah,
Good. Did you see his bro? He's
You're
so
tired.
He's so fucking charismatic, bro. That
He
guy
is.
he was meant to be a star. What is it you always say? You talk about legends and being famous, being a legend, or what is it?
Famous, infamous.
Do you think he's infamous?
Maybe a little bit.
His charisma would get him. And notice this
He's
is
charisma. There's nothing really bad
when he
about him.
sang-
But he was depressed and he was on drugs for a little bit one time.
homeless. But when he
Was he
sang at the end of that,
homeless?
they're like, "Do you have a few words for the people?" He's like, "I
Yeah.
got, more than a few
To
words."
his wife, he serenaded his wife.
Bye,
No, he did that one. Oh,
Yeah. It was the day the music died, right? That's the name of it. It was
when the levee broke, right? No.
I thought it was on the
break.
music.
Yeah.
Isn't it on the day the music died?
Yeah, day the music died. Yeah,
But anyway, he fucking nailed it. It was just spot on.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
He's
the man, bro.
He is funny. People with accents are just better. Not
But
like your accent, but like,
yeah, I'm kind of losing it.
No,
but you look
You
at
think
that
you lost
guy, and you would
said
not
that.
think that he is the epitome of an athlete and that high level
or
athlete.
of a killer.
He's a fucking savage killer, bro.
I know. Did you see him and Francis Ngannou in there
No,
afterwards?
no.
You didn't know Francis Ngannou came in the
No, I didn't know
so
that.
did you watch the fight or you didn't watch the fight?
No, I didn't watch the fight. I
didn't watch the fight either.
I don't think I said I watched the fight. I just said I saw his speech after, and I knew he fought, and I watched his victory thing or whatever. I didn't watch the fight.
You mentioned the fight and you mentioned his body, so those things too.
Well, no, he's always had that body, bro. He's had the body his whole fucking.
I'm joking. So yeah, but anyway, Francis Ngannou came and said they're going to do a fight, which it's not a done
Exhibition
deal.
fight.
No, hybrid rules, in a ring with MMA gloves. But this ain't done. This is not approved by the UFC and all that shit either.
No.
But what do you think? Would you be into that fight?
Yeah.
You'd be. How do you think a lot of people would be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I do. Tyson's got a huge following, and in the MMA community, Ngannou has a huge following. I think Tyson's is bigger because it's boxing's. I was gonna say you're gonna disagree, and I agree with you. I almost said boxing's more worldwide. Boxing certainly used to be more worldwide, but I guess MMA is fucking huge now. So I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like everywhere MMA is big, boxing is big.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of hand in hand.
Who do you think's a bigger star? Who do you think has a bigger draw?
Tyson.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Ngannou. I think he's fucking the man.
But he's still kind of
right.
fresh,
Right.
you know.
Has anybody beat Tyson?
Fury.
Yeah.
He's undefeated with one draw to Wilder. Remember
Okay.
the first fight? Wilder has a draw.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the one where Wilder actually laid him the fuck out, and I thought he was
And
dead,
came
and he
back-
got up. He
did
literally
he did
rose
the
from the
fucking,
dead.
The Undertaker. Dum. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
look,
you ever
he
see
was-
that, The
yeah,
Undertaker?
yeah,
You
yeah.
into wrestling ever growing
Yeah, a
up?
little bit. Nothing crazy, but I know who the Undertaker
Who are your
is.
guy? Who are your guys?
Oh, I mean, bro.
What era did you grow up? I was in like two different eras, but I was into it.
I mean, I remember like
So-
Hacksaw Jim Duggan back in the
Yeah,
day, and
that's
who's the brothers, the fucking
Bushwhack brothers?
Bushwhack brothers. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I was into like
Hogan,
that
of course.
that era and like Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
And then I came back a little bit when it was like Stone Cold, Undertaker, and The Rock.
Yep.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, yeah, that's a little bit. I mean, back when
But
I
then
was a
after
kid,
that, I kind of stopped.
who's
Bret the Hitman Hart
Rowdy
was my
Roddy
dude.
Piper.
Oh yeah, Bret the Hitman Hart was my dude too.
He's the dude that died, fell from the.
No, that's Owen Hart. That
Owen
was his
Hart,
brother.
right,
I feel
yeah.
like Fan was like really well known in wrestling.
Yep. Who's the guy that killed his whole family?
Pat Benoit, right? Pat Benoit.
I don't think it's Pat.
Benoit.
Chris
Chris Benoit,
Chris
yeah.
Benoit, yeah.
Yeah,
You know, there's a picture of him with a fan after.
I know after
he
he did
murdered
it,
his
bro.
family.
I know.
They think. I guess they can't prove it, but they're pretty sure it was after he killed his family.
Yeah, but like I don't. And he killed himself after that though.
Hung himself from a weight
Yeah.
weight rack. Yeah.
So like, They said CTE, right? They're saying
they think so.
I don't know, man. I still don't even know about this whole CTE thing. They said like they get like 300 football players and like 290 of them have CTE. Right. I want to do 300 people. Period. Yeah. What's the odds there? Is it half? If it's half, like then who fucking knows what it's really cause?
Right, exactly. That's a better study, like a blind study almost. Right, yeah. Just grab 300 random people.
What do they call it?
Not a placebo.
Blind study, yeah, but they call it. It's not blind study. I fucking forgot.
I can't think of what you're talking about either. But
I know.
Didn't they say? The fucking patriot that killed himself in prison?
I don't know.
No. I say they examined his brain. Aaron Hernandez.
They said Aaron. Yeah, they said Aaron Hernandez had one of the worst cases of CT, and he was only like 24.
Right. Yeah.
But
it's crazy how, I mean, listen, football, it's gotten better. You got better helmets now and stuff like that, but the impact hits that they take are insane. But then you have boxers that have literally been bashed in their heads their whole fucking life, and some of them retire. Tyson seems like he's still got his wits about him. Speaking of Tyson, get his wits about him. Tyson, but listen, you see him smoke that guy on the plane, bro? What do you think? That guy deserved it, no?
Fuck yeah.
He deserved every fucking bit of that. Every fucking bit of it. I feel like...
Bro, but Tyson didn't get hit much.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, towards the end of his career, you see him at the end of his career, he got knocked out a couple times. But he didn't get hit. He was such a defensive guy.
You are right. Yeah, that is a good point. That would have to be taken into perspective, I guess. Who's a guy that got... Can you think of a guy that got hit a lot?
Holyfield.
And he's not okay, though, right? No, yeah.
And he has that southern draw and the Georgia accent. He's probably not, as like a educated background.
Yep.
But yeah, he doesn't sound great when he talks. Lennox Lewis, he sounds pretty good.
Yeah, Lewis. But again,
Sugar Ray Leonard.
He sounds great. Oh yeah, he's a commentator. Yep.
Who was that? Andre Ward. Yeah, he's good with that. Mm-hmm. Roy Jones Jr.
He's pretty good, no?
Yeah. I'm saying they're all those good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you. It would have to be a study of just
everybody. They go just
1,000 random people and see.
Yeah.
Yep. And you don't know anything about their history because everybody's hit their head.
That's the thing. Everybody has hit their head in some way, shape, or form. But they're saying even like, listen, not even hitting your head, like just jarring yourself.
Right.
You hitting me lowering my shoulder and blasting you like a full player, not even hitting your head, that rattles your brain.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes when horrible tragedies happen, people try to find something to explain it, and there's not always an explanation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
It's not always. Some people just lose it.
Mm-hmm.
You look to define it and make an excuse for it, and you dig really, really deeply. And I'm not saying that maybe Aaron Hernandez didn't have it. I'm sure he did, but it seems like when a horrible tragedy, people want an answer. There's not always an answer.
Yeah.
It's not always
you saw that his documentary, right?
Yeah.
And they're trying to imply what they're trying to imply, though.
Yeah, but there was that one kid that went to high school with him, saying he was gay and stuff.
Yeah. I think that's bullshit, man.
I don't fucking know. I mean,
like the dude was a scumbag. I hate to say, he was just a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
Oh, he was hiding he was gay. That's why he killed people. Get the fuck out of here. He killed people even when he was in college.
Yeah.
And got away with it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. He did get away with it. Yeah. Yeah, that car. Remember, didn't he take their car and put it in his aunt's shed or something, or aunt's garage, and it was there for like 10 years or something? Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. He was a bro. You know what? To me, again, everybody has different takeaways from documentaries and things they see or things they read or things they watch. But to me, one of the most mind blowing things about that was he went from living in this extravagant upscale neighborhood, this beautiful home, and living the life and doing whatever he wanted to do, to go into a 6x8 cell, and he said, "I don't mind it in here. It really doesn't bother me. I don't mind living in here at all." You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's maybe just saying it.
He's
mentally ill. Yeah. Right? Mentally ill, or he's just saying it. Because if someone is okay with just that, they got to have something wrong with them. Yeah. Right? Or they're just saying it to fucking act like play a part.
He seemed, he was talking to his mother or his aunt, I think, because he was very close with his aunt on the phone, and he's like, honestly, and he's making jokes, and You know,
maybe he's trying to keep her at.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Listen, maybe, but he seemed a very calm.
But did he grow up in that? I don't really remember. Did he grow up?
He didn't grow up with a lot. No.
No, but did he grow up in in the system? Because people that grow up in the system, they always just end up back there because that's all they know.
I think he had a relatively clean record. I think you know he got away with everything. He didn't get caught. You know,
he's a super athlete.
So yeah, crazy man, crazy. You gonna fucking shoot me one day down here because you got punched in the head a lot?
I always tell my wife, I'm like, yo, if you see me saying some crazy shit, run for the hills.
Who are you taking out first? You can't take out Renee.
I got a list.
She's a good girl.
Nah, nobody.
It's gonna be me. Don't fucking shoot me, bro.
No, nobody in my family. None of my people. Yeah. I got a list. Nah.
Who is it? What was the movie where he starts the guy called him and apologized?
Yeah, he crossed the list. Adam Sandler, Billy Madison.
Billy Madison, yeah.
Wasn't it Steve Buscemi?
It was. Steve Buscemi is so good, man. Anything he's in is so good. I love that guy.
Fuck yeah, he's great.
He's fucking great.
His Crazy Eyes and Big Daddy.
Yeah. He's fucking great, bro.
Yeah, they said during 9/11 that he used to be a fireman.
Did he?
Yeah, before he was an actor. So he went and got all his gear and fucking took it and headed down to downtown to help with 9/11.
Buscemi was acting way before 9/11, wasn't he? Buscemi's been acting forever. You sure about that one? I could swear Buscemi was acting way before 9/11.
Yes, he was acting way before 9/11. That's what I'm trying to say. He had gear from before that.
Oh.
He got his gear.
I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't understand. I thought you were saying he was a fireman at the time. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's believable. Yeah, he was living in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That I could believe.
Okay. No, we got the okay, everybody. We got the okay. We got Roger's approval.
It's the approval. I said I believe it.
He's a numbers guy. I'm
a numbers guy. I'm definitely a numbers guy, man.
So yeah, you know, what do you think? This is pretty big, Elon Musk with Twitter.
I think. I mean, do you think Trump's going to be back on there within days?
No. Do you see Trump? Because he's a fucking bozo, bro.
Well, he's got Truth Social. So how does that work?
He said he's not coming back. I'm not coming back, even if they get reinstated. Really? Truth Social, all the way.
Is that what it is? Because it
he's gonna go Truth. Truth Social.
It is. It does conflict with his. But the thing that I do have to say is both of those guys are businessmen. They're not. Neither one are politicians. They're both.
Who?
Elon Musk and Trump are both businessmen. Before Trump was president, he was a businessman.
Correct.
Right? And usually business guys figure out how to work together. You would think that there would be some way.
No, I don't think. But Elon Musk didn't say he wasn't going to reinstate him either.
Right.
I'm just saying, but Trump, even before anything happened, Trump came out and said, "I'm not joining, even if I get reinstated."
Yeah.
Right. I feel like those are fighting words, bro.
No, because he has Truth Social, you know. But I mean,
Truth. Did you get in yet? Are you still on the fucking waiting list? Yeah, exactly. It's garbage.
Am I in now?
It's fucking garbage. That's why.
Okay. All right. Why is it garbage, Frank?
You know what I seen someone said? Someone said that Elon Musk owning Twitter is a bigger blow to the regime than Trump being reelected. And if Trump got reelected, Elon Musk would have never have been able to buy Twitter. If Trump was our president now, he would never been able to buy it. Yeah.
Why? Because Trump
wouldn't have been banned. You know, it probably wouldn't have been as much as.
Or he wouldn't have wanted to buy it.
Correct. Or the situation probably wouldn't have been the same.
Yeah. Well, I guess that makes sense, but yeah, I mean, I don't see how it could do anything but help. If Trump, in fact, runs in 2024, I don't see how this can in any way, shape, or form be a bad thing. You've now opened up voices to half the country again that have been completely silenced. You know.
What? Yeah. No. What?
If Elon Musk goes back to true freedom of speech and what he seems to believe in, you've now given the voice back to half of the country that they've tried to silence.
Correct.
That are supporters of the Constitution and freedom of speech, and many of them are Trumpers. You know, you've given them.
Yeah, but what are you saying though?
I'm saying it could only hurt his reelection if he decides to run.
Who will hurt his reelection? This whole situation.
I'm sorry, it can only help. I said hurt. Okay. It can only help his.
All of this, yeah. But I don't think that didn't have anything to do with what I said.
No, I agree. I'm just
the blow to the regime now.
I'm
saying the blow to the regime.
Yeah,
that was really what I'm saying.
I gotcha. Yeah, it is. That's how I view it. Don't you?
Honestly, it gave me some faith back in the way everything works. Because like I'm like, damn, if money don't talk, and that if like think about this, like at first before all this went down, Elon Musk gave them an offer that was almost twice what they said they would take, and they're saying no. I'm like, so that means censorship and control is worth more than money,
more than the presidency.
And that, not even more than presidency, just worth more than money, which is crazy because money rules everything.
Yeah.
So at least we know money still is king.
Yep.
And that's a good thing.
Well, don't
right?
they always say
thing?
that?
I don't know.
Don't they always say that? Don't they always say, "What does the man with all the money in the world want? When he has all the money and he can't get any more rich, what does he want?
Time?
It's always power.
Power, yeah.
It's always power. You know.
I fucked that up.
Time. Well, we can end it on that, man. It was a good little sesh with my man Frank. I'm excited for you, bro, to be doing this comedy show. Very excited.
We'll see. Don't be tooting my horn quite yet.
I didn't say I was tooting your horn. I said I was excited for you. So
excited to see me flop.
Nope, not at all, man. I'm
face.
always your biggest fan. Always, even as much as you call me gay, I'm your biggest fan.
Hey, because most gay guys are sweet.
All right, guys. Champ of the Tramp out.
All right,
See you next time.
Roger. Later, bud.
Roger that.